The story begins with Deadpool heads to Logan's grave, Logan, who passed away in 2017. With deep respect for his memory, Deadpool claims he doesn't want to dishonor his legacy, but proceeds to unearth the legendary Wolverine. After a hard and exhausting effort, he finally finds his target, Logan's adamantium skeleton. Holding the remains in his hands, Deadpool speaks to it as if Logan could still hear him, enthusiastically imagining the chaos and fun they could unleash together. But just at that moment, TVA agents appear, abruptly interrupting his plans. Before facing them, Deadpool, with his usual flair, warns that he's not alone, then dramatically rises, wielding Wolverine's skeleton. The TVA agents inform him he's under arrest for a temporal violation. True to his style, Deadpool refuses to go quietly. Using the skeleton as a weapon, he fights back with brutal ferocity, spectacularly defeating all of them. After the battle, Deadpool turns to the audience with an unusually serious tone, admitting he isn't proud of what he just did. He tells us this isn't who he truly is, and he doesn't want to be that person. From there, the story flashes back to the day everything changed for Deadpool, March 14, 2018. On this day, Wade Wilson meets with Happy Hogan, now a representative of the Avengers. Wade argues passionately that his services would be useful, especially since he desperately wants to be someone relevant in Vanessa's life, the love of his life. However, he leaves out some important details from his resume, like how his previous team, X-Force, all died in action. Deadpool's goal is clear. He fervently wants to become an Avenger. He argues that Vanessa is tired of all the violence in his life and that he now wants to do something meaningful. But Happy explains that being an Avenger is about more than flashy suits and fighting. It's an honor, not given to just anyone. Despite his heartfelt plea, Wade's request is denied. With disappointment, he leaves, but not before giving Happy a big, emotional hug. 6 days later, on Earth 15, we find Wade Wilson working as a car salesman. His co-worker reminds him that his suit is still in the locker, should he ever decide to return. Wade clarifies with unusual firmness that he's retired for good. It's his birthday, and as he walks home with a friend, he notices someone taking pictures of him. Returning to his apartment, he discovers a surprise party has been thrown for him. At the celebration are his loyal taxi driver, Blind Al, who loves Coca-Cola, Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and her girlfriend Yukio. Vanessa is there too, though she informs Wade that she's seeing someone from work. During the party, Wade gives a heartfelt speech, expressing gratitude for the people in his life. Just as he blows out the candle and makes his wish, there's a knock at the door. Hoping it's not strippers, Wade opens it, only to find TVA agents. Wade's non-stop jokes annoy the agents, who promptly snatch his hair implant and take him away. Later, an individual named Paradox introduces himself as part of the TVA. He informs Wade that his organization protects the sacred timeline and that Wade has been chosen for a critical mission. He shows Wade scenes involving Captain America and a weeping Thor, but before Wade can see more, he's told it belongs to a distant future. Paradox explains that Wade must leave his timeline and join the TVA. Sarcastically, Wade proclaims himself the Messiah or Marvel Jesus and accepts, but not without throwing in a final, "Goodbye, Fox. I'm going with Disney." He suits up in his signature outfit, now equipped with a sword fused with adamantium claws. Deadpool jokes that he wants someone to push him like beans from a can, but Paradox turns serious. He tells Wade that accepting the mission means he will never return home, because his home will cease to exist. Paradox reveals that Wade's timeline is fading, and the anchor being who held it stable, Logan, died in an epic act of sacrifice. We're shown a heartbreaking scene of Logan's death from the 2017 movie. Paradox explains that the TVA doesn't function the same anymore since Loki took over and refuses to erase timelines. But Paradox doesn't want to be a puppet. He wants to be the TVA. He gives Wade two choices: go back and survive for only 72 hours, or embark on a grand, transcendent adventure. Deadpool, ever unpredictable, chooses a third option. He steals Paradox's temp pad and starts jumping across the multiverse to find a new Wolverine. Returning to the scene of Logan's desecrated grave, Paradox continues pursuing him. Deadpool's irreverence reaches new heights when he creates a human centipede from the TVA agents. Then, using the temp pad, he travels through several universes, meeting many versions of Wolverine: comic book Wolverine, streetwise Logan, an eye-patch-wearing Logan, and even Henry Cavill's version, whom Deadpool jokes now looks better than the competition. Deadpool also references Wolverine vs. Hulk and eventually finds a universe where Wolverine is too drunk to stand. He convinces this version to talk, but Logan faints from the alcohol. Deadpool drags him to Paradox, excited to present a fresh, new anchor being. But Paradox is furious. He says this Wolverine is the worst version, one who disappointed his world with unforgivable acts. Furious at Deadpool for rejecting greatness and wasting time, Paradox activates a device that will erase Wade's universe within hours. Paradox declares the most honorable thing for Wade would be to prepare for death. Deadpool, refusing to back down, demands to speak with Paradox's boss. Tired of the games, Paradox sends him to the temporal dump, where Wolverine unexpectedly intervenes, and both are pruned. Wolverine wakes up first and attacks Deadpool, demanding answers. Wade explains, half serious, that they need to return to Paradox to save those they love. Logan, unimpressed, says it's not his problem, sparking a fierce battle between the two. The showdown is everything fans dreamed of, brutal, intense, and cinematic. Just as Wolverine is about to defeat Deadpool, Wade begs him to listen. He says the TVA can fix both their worlds, but they must work together. That's when they meet Johnny Storm, played by Chris Evans from the Fantastic Four films. Johnny warns that others are coming. Sabretooth and other villains appear. Johnny tries to attack but is immediately overwhelmed. Wolverine quickly takes down Sabretooth, holding his severed head aloft in a demand for redemption. Then, both Deadpool and Wolverine are captured and taken to the Void, where Cassandra Nova reigns. Deadpool jokes about the dragon Alioth from Loki, and Cassandra reveals that she's Xavier's twin sister, who always wanted to destroy him. Cassandra threatens to feed them to Alioth. She reveals that other Xaviers from alternate universes occasionally appear, but never hers. She considers the Void a paradise. Wolverine attacks her but is overpowered and vanishes. Cassandra then probes Deadpool's mind, manipulating a memory with Vanessa where she questions his selfishness. Suddenly, Alioth appears. Deadpool and Wolverine narrowly escape. They regroup and plan their next steps. Deadpool wants to save his world. Wolverine wants to fix his. During a break for food, they talk. Deadpool reveals that in his universe, everyone loved Wolverine but not him. Wolverine, moved, asks how he died. Deadpool recounts how Logan died saving X-23, a younger, more violent version of himself. Dogpool appears, followed by Nightpool, a feminist, and Lady Deadpool. They lend Deadpool a car. Deadpool finds it unimpressive, but they have no choice. While trying to steal the dog, Wade is stopped by Logan, and they continue the journey. During the ride, Deadpool confesses he doesn't really know how to fix Logan's world. Enraged, Logan lashes out, accusing Deadpool of being a failure who can't save anything. Not the world, not even his own relationship. He curses him and says he wishes he would die, even though he knows he won't because Deadpool is immortal. Wade falls silent, then with calm fury, declares he's going to punch Logan. A second intense battle erupts between them, filled with rage, grief, and exhaustion. Eventually, they both collapse from sheer fatigue. And in the silence that follows, someone approaches to take them away. When Deadpool wakes up, he prepares to fight, unsure of where he is, until he realizes the people in front of him are allies. At that moment, we're introduced to Elektra, Blade, and Gambit. They mention that they've never had a Wolverine in the Void before. Gambit tells Logan he should have asked for permission before taking his liquor, though Logan couldn't care less. After brief introductions, they reveal the group actually has 4 members. Laura, also known as X-23, the girl for whom Deadpool's multiverse Wolverine sacrificed himself, appears. Elektra asks if they crossed paths with Johnny Storm. Wolverine replies that they did, and that thanks to Deadpool, Johnny ended up more dead than his dreams. This angers their new allies, but after discovering that Deadpool and Logan escaped Cassandra Nova alive, they see a new opportunity, a chance to defeat her. They believe it's possible to win if they can block Cassandra's psychic powers using Thor's helmet. Unfortunately, Cassandra melted it after his death. Despite this, Elektra expresses her frustration with hiding, saying her world has already forgotten who the great heroes were. That sentiment motivates the group to join forces and fight. Later, Laura tells Logan that he resembles the other Wolverine, angry and drunk, but that, in the end, he saved her. Maybe he doesn't realize it, but he's a good man. Thanks to him, she was able to grow up and live like any other child. Wolverine, steeped in regret, replies that his worst memory was refusing to join his friends when they asked. He thought they looked ridiculous. One day, while he was at a bar, mutant hunters attacked. When he came back, drunker than ever, it was too late. Everyone was dead. All he had left was his suit. Laura urges him to join now, because they won't make it without him. Later, in Nightpool's car, the team heads out to retrieve Juggernaut's helmet. Blade leads the charge with gunfire. After breaking through Cassandra Nova's territory, Wolverine unleashes his full strength. The entire group fights with fierce determination while Deadpool and Logan infiltrate Cassandra's quarters. Cassandra, wielding her immense powers, defeats Deadpool and approaches Logan, telling him that he's unique. There are many Deadpools in the void, but no Wolverine like him. She pierces her fingers into his mind, unleashing vivid memories. Logan recalls hiding from the people he disappointed, the ones who called him but whom he abandoned. He remembers returning to find the X-Men dead, and in a rage of grief and sorrow, he wiped out everyone, friend and foe alike, tarnishing the name of the X-Men forever. He confesses he once wanted to be like Charles Xavier. He wished for that level of leadership and hope. All he ever truly desired was to be free. But this moment, this mental invasion, turns out to be part of a bigger plan. They've managed to get Juggernaut's helmet and use it to block Cassandra's powers. At that moment, her loyal servant appears, tired of fulfilling her every command. He dares to rebel. Wolverine, without hesitation, silences him with a crushing blow. Cassandra, with a malicious smile, reveals that while the helmet prevents her from expelling them, she still holds the power. She gives them two choices: finish her, or be finished. Wolverine speaks sincerely to Deadpool about Charles Xavier, explaining that Charles loved Cassandra deeply. If he had known where she was, he would have found her and brought her home. His words strike a nerve. Cassandra then reveals that a wizard visited her recently, Dr. Strange. She killed him but noticed something special on two of his fingers. She kept it, his sling ring. Using the magical artifact, she opens a portal to their world, offering a rare chance to escape. She grants them only a few seconds to pass, justifying it by saying they saved her life. She warns them to run before Alioth devours them. Meanwhile, the rest of the team defeats Cassandra's henchmen. Deadpool and Logan race through the portal, returning to their world. As they land, they encounter Wade's old co-worker and destroy a freshly sold car. No one cares. The buyer's kids are thrilled, and Wade's co-worker is proud that his friend Deadpool has returned as a hero. Back in the void, Cassandra confronts her treacherous servant. He confesses that Paradox promised to get him out. She reminds him of her deal with the TVA. But Paradox doesn't care. He always wanted to destroy her and has now created a Time Ripper. Cassandra now sets out to find Paradox. Deadpool and Logan vow to destroy the Time Ripper, but Cassandra has other plans. With a wave of her hand, she sends them away, wishing to speak with Paradox alone. She plans to use the Time Ripper to break the barrier of the void and destroy all multiverses, leaving only the void in existence. Meanwhile, B-15 is informed of the growing danger. Back with the heroes, Dogpool reappears, followed by Nightpool and Lady Deadpool. Shortly after, every version of Deadpool in the void joins them. Nightpool comments that the Deadpools are bloodthirsty and ready to fight. Wade Wilson rises to address them. He says this multiverse stuff isn't fun anymore. It's been one failure after another. They need to stop running and face their mistakes. Everyone knows Cassandra wants to wipe out the multiverse and has sent them here to stop interference. Trying to escape, Deadpool uses Nightpool as a human shield, unaware he has no regenerative abilities. Despite the warnings, Deadpool continues, resulting in Nightpool's death. After Logan steps in to stop the chaos, the two decide to join forces and confront all the Deadpool variants. A brutal battle erupts. Logan fights with unrelenting ferocity, claws drawn. Wade counters with irreverent jokes and sharp reflexes. It's chaos, humor, and action at once. After defeating the Deadpools, they feel a brief relief, until they realize only Nightpool lacked regenerative powers. The rest begin rising, healing fast. Just then, another Deadpool arrives, Peter Pool, riding a bicycle. His appearance distracts the Horde, allowing Wade and Logan to move forward. They find Paradox in a chamber filled with futuristic tech. He reveals that if Cassandra extracts energy from the Time Ripper, she'll gain godlike power. The only way to stop her is by forming an energy circuit, but whoever does it will be annihilated. Deadpool and Logan, both immortal, offer themselves. But Paradox explains it's not that simple. Matter and antimatter are involved, and not even they would survive. Faced with an impossible choice, Deadpool insists on being the one to go. He says it's been his mission all along. Logan counters, but Wade says he has someone to go back to, Vanessa. Logan has no one left. Deadpool, with his signature flair, sucker punches Logan and heads in alone, calling himself the Jesus of Marvel. Just when all seems lost and Cassandra starts absorbing power, Wolverine appears. He joins Deadpool in a final act of sacrifice. Together, they battle Cassandra in a spectacular display of courage and heroism. Past memories flow through their minds. Wolverine sees himself as the hero he always longed to be. Deadpool finally feels relevant. The energy circuit completes. Cassandra self-destructs, and the two heroes vanish with her. At that moment, B-15 arrives to retrieve the unauthorized Time Ripper. Paradox tries to explain he warned them, but they chose to act because they were true heroes. Just then, in an unexpected twist, Deadpool and Wolverine reappear, alive. B-15 prepares to send Deadpool back to the void, but Peter Pool arrives on his bike and yells, "Wait!" Everyone stops. Peter declares that Paradox must be judged for unauthorized Time Ripper use. Suddenly, B-15's device beeps with a new alert. Their universe is regenerating. The timeline is stabilizing. It's revealed they wouldn't have made it without help from Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and Laura. B-15 promises to act accordingly. Later, Deadpool and Logan reflect on their journey and sacrifices. When it's time to part ways, Wade, with his signature humor, asks Logan to live with him. Dogpool reappears, jumping joyfully. They return to Deadpool's true family, where Wade introduces the new members. It's a warm and emotional welcome. We see B-15 celebrating with her rescued allies. Logan pets the dog. Deadpool approaches Vanessa and tells her everything he did. He did it for her. "Even if you don't love me," he says gently, "I did it for you." The movie ends on the profound note, sometimes the people we save end up saving us too. But true to tradition, there's a post-credit scene. Deadpool, visibly annoyed, says he's tired of being accused of killing Johnny Storm. "Let's check the footage," he says. The screen shows Johnny making distasteful remarks about Cassandra, perhaps explaining what followed. Deadpool smiles triumphantly and says, "And that's the real ending." Sometimes, true heroism means choosing selflessness and redemption, even when the world sees you as anything but a hero. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next video.